we stand tall, making us sick. It's their twisted game, infertile intentions. It's a world gone insane. I'll tell you what, we are not so weak. In the face of lies, we dare to speak. Resilient souls, we won't back down. In a storm of deceit, we'll never drown. The truth is our sword, will cut through the haze. Unyielding hearts, setting the blaze.
G'day Rockstars, how's it going guys? On today's episode it's going to be an Australian update. We're going to be diving into Jacinta Allen's $15 billion cock-up, and we're going to be diving in a bit about Prince Andrew's arrest and much more guys, so I hope you enjoy it. Check this out.
You need to watch this. Breaking news this morning that affects every single Victorian and goes to the heart of the corruption in the Labor government here in Victoria.
The Premier, Jacinta Allen, insists she was unaware of the corruption. The report, though, suggests that the government did turn a blind eye, as you've mentioned. So do you believe her, that she wasn't aware?
Well, put simply, no. Think about that. In a cost of living crisis where people are struggling to pay their bills, there are, as we speak right now, companies controlled by bikie gang figures that have earned millions upon millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, from the big bill. These are bikie figures driving Lamborghinis, making an utter mozza. This government, according to this report in Victoria, not only had a duty to know about it, but did know about it and did nothing about it.
And yet somehow $15 billion has vanished and ended up in the pockets of criminals. Good work, Jacinta Allen. But yeah, she's just going to roll out with excuses or untested figures, nothing to see here. It's a real joke, guys. Check this out.
Jacinta Allen has been caught out once again in the fallout of the CFMEU corruption scandal. The Premier released an 18-month-old referral to the state's corruption watchdog on Sunday, intending to set the record straight. Instead, it backfired after IBAC confirmed it didn't have the necessary powers to act. The opposition is pledging to give IBAC the powers it needs to investigate claims $15 billion taxpayer dollars was funneled into the hands of criminals. It's an allegation Labor says is untested, but they refuse to test it themselves. We'll have all those details on 7 News at 6 o'clock.
Jacinta Allen knew about this 18 months ago and referred it to IBAC. And IBAC said they didn't have the resources to do anything about it. So, yeah, it's very telling, rock stars. And even the Labor MPs are whispering behind closed doors about a royal commission. And Jacinta Allen is not handling it too well, guys. She's lashing out on the reporters. It's quite interesting.
No, hang on, Samaya. Hang on. No. No, it is not. And I would ask you to rephrase your question because, no, I'm not going to stand here and take questions on integrity, important questions on integrity.
They're saying to people in the media that they're scared. They're saying to Jeffrey Watson they don't feel they can report it because they have already uprooted their lives for fear of people that are no longer in the CFMEU but are controlling the CFMEU. You look disinterested.
I'll make 2 points on this. And can I ask that you retract that last point?
Well, Premier, I'm really sorry.
No, you're not. Could I ask that you retract that last comment?
The Victorian...
I would ask that you retract that last comment. This is an incredibly serious matter that I'm working incredibly hard on. I'd ask that for this press conference to continue, I ask that you retract that last observation. I was merely considering my answer to your question. I'd ask you to retract that observation. I'd ask that Jess retracts that observation.
Jeffrey Watson.
No. I think because I'm not going to stand here and be accused of something I haven't done. And I would ask that you retract that. I'm happy to answer other people's questions, okay, but I can't unless I have that very clear statement, that allegation of how I was behaving, is retracted. It's up to you if you don't want to do it. I'll take your silence that you agree that you have retracted your statement, because in the interests of supporting your colleagues, I will allow this to continue. But I want to be clear. You have made some very serious claims. If you hold that information, you should be putting that information to Victoria Police without delay.
And what stopped you from going to the police centre? You were sitting on this for 18 months, knowing full well that IBAC wouldn't do anything. What a joke, guys. Our government is spending our money like drunken sailors, and they're not being held accountable.
I think you should both resign. If you made a $10 billion error in a public company, you'd be out the door. You'd be out the door. $30 billion of cost blowout. It's your budget, and you don't know where $30 billion went.
No.
Is it under the couch? Is it behind the TV? Where is the $30 billion? My point is why you, Minister, don't understand where $30 billion went missing. I think the Minister, if I was reading that, that's one of the. When I read my email, I was like, "Where was it? What's that?" You didn't ask those questions. You don't seem to be across your own budget.
Well, I don't know where you were when we released my EFO, but I spoke about this at length.
Well, you obviously didn't read it. If I were in your shoes, I would be holding myself to account, which you are not. You're making excuses when you have wasted, you have totally missed $10 billion on one program.
Dirty hands, early starts, long days. None of these things our government could even fathom. So go on, indulge in that frothy. You've earned it. Just know it's paying $2.7 billion in tax to the federal government every year, while the entire offshore gas industry only pays a measly $1.5 billion. And if you'd like that explained, First Assistant Secretary Johnson is available. He'll need 45 minutes and a whiteboard, but you still won't feel better about it.
Have a look. Just bear with me a second.
How do we live in a country, one of the biggest gas exporters in the world, and we're getting more tax from beer than PRT?
We want an economy that works for the government.
Somehow, the most productive taxpayer in Australia has a head on it and is currently leaving a wet ring on your table. Nobody in Canberra thinks that's a problem, because they've been in bed with the gas industry for decades.
That's a good thing.
And you know what? We don't think that passes the pub test. How about you?
Why are you putting multinational gas companies' interests and profit ahead of Australians' revenue?
I don't accept that. That's your view, Senator Pocock. I don't accept it.
Okay, Rockstars, so this is truly appalling behaviour. My goodness. It's just that behaviour's been pretty disgusting lately. Speaking of disgusting, Prince Andrew got arrested, which is pretty good.
Police say they took the brother of King Charles into custody on suspicion of misconduct in public office.
Prince Andrew fell, and police are searching his home. So who's next? Because if you were anywhere near Epstein or Maxwell or just your name, you're in the blast zone.
And he's been released pending on investigations on misconduct. So that should be interesting, guys. He was on the Epstein list, so we all know that he likes little kids. Speaking of little kids, Australia's got a problem.
So are any Australians in power going to come out and talk about these Epstein files and how it seems that there's been government money laundering through government departments? These files are showing NDIS, Telstra, all the 4 big banks, even Centrelink look like they're involved somehow. This corruption is throughout the government across the whole of Australia, and it's just fucking shocking that it's not the most important thing in the news. And it's there for everybody to see. How can we now trust any government, no matter who you vote for? In fact, who you vote for doesn't really fucking matter anymore. It's beyond the politicians. They're all just puppets. Why is everyone in Parliament just dead quiet about it? Why is it not the first thing they discuss every day so that someone can try and get to the bottom of this? And it's apparent to me that there's another agenda and that they don't truly care about Australians' best interests. What we really need is to see this put through the court systems, and we need to start seeing royal commissions immediately. Who agrees?
If anyone trusts the government these days, then I've got a few questions for them, guys, because my goodness, we're in a housing crisis, our birth rate is lower than replacement level, and we're getting flooded by unfamiliar faces with beliefs very different from our own. And this government, their solution is to silence us. So our solution, Vote them out, guys, in the next election, all right? Do your best to stay safe and take care, rock stars.
Closed the doors in 2020. Victoria held its breath so long. Cafes darkened, shops went quiet. Dreams slipped away before the dawn. Small businesses fought to hold on. Some never opened up again. Empty signs still hang in windows. Echoes of what might have been. Days blurred into nights at home. Screens became our only light. Kids learned lessons through the glow. Anxiety climbed out of sight. Depression hit one in every four. Loneliness weighed like never before. Young people lost parents, breaking hearts heavy behind every door. Was it worth it? All those days we stayed inside. Worth it? Kept us safe but scarred our minds. People walk a little distant now. Eyes down, trust a little thinner. Was it worth it? I still wonder. Streets were empty, parks were bare. They told us stay at home, be safe. Suicidal thoughts rose sharply in the silence. Fear found its place. Women carry double the burden, mothers' cares, young and alone. Mental health lines rang endless, voices breaking on the phone. Wait, settle slow, comfort and food. Obesity crept a little higher. Stuck inside, we lost the rhythm of walking free, of feeling tired. Beyond blue calls doubled overnight. Lifeline held us through the dark. Some scars faded when it ended, but some still carry that mark. Was it worth it? All those days we stayed inside. Was it worth it? Kept us safe but scarred our minds. People walk a little distant now. Eyes down, trust a little thinner. Worth it? I still wonder. Some say yes, we saved the many lives were spared, the wave held back. Others whisper in the silence, the toll on minds was the real attack. Shops are gone, weight remains.